But first, breaking news out of our nation's capital, where President Trump has been acquitted on both charges against him, abuse of power and obstruction of Congress.
And this means he will remain in office. Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian is live in studio with the breaking details on the vote that just happened a short time ago. Kim?
Well, Shannon and Mike, this is the result that we had been expecting, with Democrats and Republicans voting almost entirely along party lines. Former Massachusetts Governor, Utah Senator Mitt Romney, the lone defector from his Republican Party, on the first article of impeachment. Here's what happened. Of course, Republicans hold a 53-47 majority in the Senate, and in order to be convicted, 2/3 of the Senate's 67 members would have needed to find the president guilty. Instead, Donald Trump was acquitted of both articles of impeachment he faced. Today's votes broke down like this. On the first count, abuse of power, 48 guilty votes, 52 not guilty votes. That means all of the Democratic senators and Republican Mitt Romney voted to convict the president, while the remainder of the Republican majority voted to acquit him. On the obstruction of Congress charge, the final tally there, 47 guilty votes and 53 not guilty votes. That is entirely along party lines.
It is therefore ordered and adjudged that the said Donald John Trump be, and he is hereby, acquitted of the charges in said articles.
And with today's vote comes the end of only the third presidential impeachment trial in American history. Coming up new at 6, we'll have reaction to today's decision and what happens next. For now, live in studio, I'm Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.
Now breaking news in President Donald Trump's impeachment trial. As expected, the Senate acquitted the president on both articles of impeachment.
The vote was along party lines with one notable exception. Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian joins us now live in studio with the latest. Kim?
Well, Mike and Shannon, that notable exception, former Massachusetts Governor and Utah Senator Mitt Romney, the lone Republican to vote guilty on the first article of impeachment, abuse of power. Now, the president was acquitted on that article and the obstruction of Congress count. The vote's not coming close to the 67-member majority needed to convict the president. Today marks a resounding victory for Mr. Trump and Republicans during this election year. The White House releasing a statement tonight calling the impeachment a sham and a, quote, witch hunt that deprived the president of his due process rights and was based on a series of lies. But today's outcome was a disappointment for Democrats, including Rhode Island's 2 senators. Senator Whitehouse saying in a statement, quote, the facts are clear, the conduct impeachable, and the obstruction unprecedented, and yet the White House and its allies in the Senate have stymied the Constitution's process for removing a corrupt president. Senator Jack Reed saying in part, the Constitution is our national compass, but at this critical moment, clouded by the fog of President Trump's misconduct, the Senate majority has lost its way and declined to be guided by our Constitution. Meanwhile, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell invoked House Speaker Pelosi's much talked about State of the Union moment.
Speaker of the House says she refuses to accept this acquittal. Whatever that means. Perhaps she will tear up the verdict like she tore up the State of the Union address.
And President Trump taking to Twitter following today's vote, saying, I will be making a public statement tomorrow at 12 o'clock p.m. from the White House to discuss our country's victory on the impeachment hoax. He also tweeted a video that concludes with the image of a campaign sign that reads, Trump forever. We will, of course, bring you the president's speech on air and online as it happens tomorrow. Live in studio, I'm Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.